Hey everybody, welcome to Franchise. My name is Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we were playing Uncharted 2 in this episode. This is a post-commentary episode, so that's why we say we were playing.
And if you've been following our channel, then you'll probably notice we have a couple of other post-commentary episodes.
Oh yeah, like the first 10 or 12 episodes of Uncharted 2 are going to be post-commentary. And the last four of our Twisted Metal Small Brawl episodes are going to be post-commentary. I have to admit, doing the commentary is kind of fun. Doing the post-commentary is kind of fun. It's way different than it's all improvised commentary, but it's way different than the commentary where you're kind of divided, you know?
Absolutely.
Because you're normally you're playing the game and you're thinking about the game at the same time, and you're thinking about your commentary at the same time, and your divided attention kind of makes you worse at both.
I couldn't agree with you more on that. I mean, I like the post-commentary for the simple fact that, we could either commentate on what's going on the screen, or we could just break off into any random subject and not have to worry about our gameplay suffering because of that,
Oh yeah, like that one episode in Uncharted 1 where I was trying my damnedest to explain quantum computing as I understood it at the time. And I just couldn't fucking make it happen.
And play the game at the same time.
I did a shitty job of explaining it, and I did a shitty job of playing the fucking game. I just kept running into a room, and I was just getting gunned down by pirates.
Gunned down.
Yeah, I almost said that
you get
Arnie,
shot.
man.
Yeah.
Gunned down.
You ain't gunned down.
By the pirates of fucking the Caribbean. I don't know.
Well, they're gonna be pirates, man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they were pirates, weren't they?
Probably were, yeah. I mean,
Pirates,
if it's in this game, it's probably
mercenaries,
pirates, yeah.
Pirate mercenaries, perhaps mercenary pirates.
Could be.
Perhaps they were pirates of mercenaries.
Could be.
Like they were pirate mercenaries. You know what I mean? Like the verb.
Well, there's that.
It's definitely it's definitely a thing that could happen. I mean, wouldn't you kind of call that what slave trading is, or human trafficking in a way, people piracy?
Yeah. I mean, you're stealing something and selling something.
Not to make light of it, piracy's a terrible thing. People piracy. See, now I'm calling it that.
People piracy is terrible.
Human trafficking is terrible. Especially people sold into sex slavery and stuff. You ever hear of that stuff?
Oh yeah.
That's fucking terrible, man. It's fucking terrible. Can you imagine? You're just a little kid or something like that, and you just get sold to some sweaty old gross dude or something like that, and now he owns you.
It shows you how evil man can really be.
Yeah, people can be pretty terrible. By comparison, video game villains don't seem all that bad sometimes.
No.
I mean, I can't think of any video game I've ever played where defeating a human trafficking ring, or if you would call it that, operation, was a part of it. In fact, I'm trying to think of one right now, an example of that. And I've played a lot of games, and I can't think of any.
I can't either.
Well, aren't you going through Sleeping Dogs right now?
Yeah, right now. I'm kind of at the beginning, though. I'm still kind of learning the ropes and everything.
Is there anything like that in that? Because that's gangster stuff and triad stuff, and I know the triads are involved a little bit in the human trafficking.
So far, I haven't seen anything like that.
No.
Nah, mostly just drugs and stuff like that right now.
It might be one of those taboo things that you just don't want to include in your game because it's so heavy-handed and it's so divisive an idea. Remember back when it was one of many Tomb Raider reboots, right? It was the one right before the current Tomb Raider reboot, where you got Rise of the Tomb Raider and the Tomb Raider before it.
Mm-hmm.
There was another attempt at a Tomb Raider reboot, and when they were conceiving the game, they were going to put this whole kind of implied. I think it was an implied attempted rape against Lara Croft by one of the villains or something like that. And I don't think it ever made it into the game because everybody freaked out.
Yeah, that would be a major, major controversial issue.
Yeah.
If they put that into a game.
Yeah, and I see what the developers were trying to do, right? They were trying to do this thing where they thought that it would be a character building thing. look at the hardships, the adversity that Lara Croft has had to overcome.
Right.
And she still came out of it strong. She still came out of it a domineering woman, you know? And, but in the end, it was just like the idea of rape was just too much. I guess they couldn't deal with it, which is understandable.
Completely.
You know? Like, imagine being like a rape victim and you're playing a Lara Croft game where your strong female protagonist literally has, you know, her what's the word? Her agency taken away from her, you know? Like that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see something like that triggering some probably very painful memories upon some women.
I think so.
Or just in general, I can see that being like a huge feminist issue if that comes out. You know, the feminists will be all over that, you know.
The feminists are coming at games pretty hard nowadays.
They will eat that shit up.
Yeah, you can't put a low-cut shirt on a girl character in a video game anymore without the feminists all freaking out. So definitely just like saying the word rape in a video game, let alone in a let's play post-commentary session.
I'm telling you, man, that'd just be...
It's kind of like, it would seem like asking for trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
But like as on a similar
cave, you know. On a side note,
I'm Batman. But on a similar topic, I actually knew a dude who had real bad PTSD. Right, he had only been back from what was it, Operation Iraqi Freedom or whatever they called it.
Mm-hmm.
He had only been back from that for like a short while, and he was working with me at a Zappos, right? Which I hated that job, but enough about that.
Oh, I understand that.
But he worked with me at Zappos, and I was talking to him about video games, and we were talking about Call of Duty because it wasn't so running to the ground as it is now. That dead horse hadn't been beaten to death.
Yeah, they maddened the shit out of Call of Duty, man.
They sure did, but this was kind of before that had really gotten bad. And I was talking to him, we were like, oh man, I never play Call of Duty, you should play Call of Duty with us. And he's like, oh, I can't play Call of Duty. And I was like, why is that? He was just like, it messes with me, it freaks me out. And I have panic attacks and stuff like that. Because because of PTSD. And
I can see that, man.
So I imagine it's a similar situation. You know, like
absolutely.
if you were a rape victim and you played a game that had something like that in there, that would be deeply unsettling, probably, especially if it was portrayed accurately.
That, and just because something like that could make you a stronger person, doesn't mean that you should have to see it. You know, it doesn't mean that you should have to encounter it all the time.
I don't know,
especially not a video game. You know.
Well, I don't know if it was going to be this big graphic scene of like a rape, but I think there was just meant to be some sort of implication there. But I really don't know because, once again, we never got to see whatever the scenes were that I'm talking about. I can't remember what that Tomb Raider game was called. I think it was just called Tomb Raider. It was like they tried to reimagine Lara Croft for the 87th time. Because they were just like, oh, nobody wants to buy Lara Croft games anymore, which I'm not even sure was true.
No, I really enjoyed like the latest one I played was what was it? Not Rise of the Tomb Raider. That was the newest one, but it's kind of like the one reboot, right before man. That was a great game.
Well, I mean, but but that's the point I'm saying. Like that's a reimagining, right? Mm-hmm. But if you ask me, I liked the original Tomb Raiders just fine. Like, yeah, I didn't think there was anything really wrong with them.
No, not at all.
I think it was just one of those things, and we kind of always do that with our media, if you think about it. Like our movies, our video games, maybe even some of our books. I don't really know if that's a thing in books, but maybe it is. Where they kind of like try to modernize or make it or make a thing that you liked grittier. A classic example would be like Shadow the Hedgehog. Had a video game, right? Now think about Shadow the Hedgehog. This is how ludicrous this whole idea was, and this is probably why a lot of people thought the game is stupid, including me. But Shadow the Hedgehog is basically Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Like he's really fast. He's just black and red instead of blue. You know, he's got rocket skates, which is pretty cool in my opinion. I guess that has something to do with him being quick. And then there's like this whole sub-story of him being like a, quote, ultimate life form, end quote. What? What are you laughing about?
What if Shadow the Hedgehog was Sonic's actual shadow? It's like a real life shadow.
And that's why he's always playing catch-up with Sonic, because Sonic's so fast he leaves his shadow behind.
He left his rocket boots behind, too. He's so fast he left them behind.
He ran right out of his rocket boots since they were too slow. Those rocket boots are too slow.
That'd be hilarious, dude. Or like if they took Shadow and put him in the game where like it was all silhouettes, it was all shadows.
Yeah.
And he was like the shadow of Sonic in that game, and like a game of silhouettes, you know?
Actually, that would almost be like a cool game in and of itself, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like playing Sonic's shadow, like literally. But I don't know. It's very meta. It's very meta.
I know. I mean, you see Sonic's shadow, but like the shadow of all the enemies and everything like that, you know?
Yeah. But the point I was making about Shadow the Hedgehog was that, okay, you got Shadow, he's really fast, he's basically Sonic. He's got all of Sonic's moves. Like the spin dash, the jumping spin dash, the moonwalking spin dash, the spin dash in bed. Like, I mean, as far as I can tell, that's really the only...
Rooney spin dash.
Well, when you really think about it, it's kind of the only thing Sonic actually has. He just spins around and shit. Curls up to a ball, spins.
I mean, he's got to hit that e-brake first before he goes and spins out like that.
Yeah, you really do.
Put the power brake in.
Throw the bitch in neutral and just gun it. But yeah, fucking, shit, man, totally threw me off track. So what did they do in the Shadow the Hedgehog game? They gave him a motorcycle and guns.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, like they were just like, oh, we're gonna make Shadow the Hedgehog, he's so hardcore, like that, you know, and it was just like...
It's like doing that with Mario, dude. You take Mario and like,
really.
instead of him like hopping on enemies, you give him like guns and you give him like swords and stuff, and he just like literally kills his enemies.
Yeah, it would be like, if you took Mario and you just like, Mario can't really jump that high, so they gave him a jetpack. So now he can jump that high with a jet assist, right? But then he's got big metal boots on too, so like whenever he lands on stuff, now he crushes it, you know?
Oh man, totally graphic Mario game, that'd be awesome!
Well, okay, that's probably, if it were done right, maybe it could be. Like, especially as a mod, but the thing is that whoever was behind Shadow the Hedgehog had that same reaction that you just had to that idea, only it was executed in a really stupid way. Like, they were just like, wow, what if the ultimate life form needed regular ass guns? You know, because like okay,
it's like giving Superman a gun. He don't need a gun.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Yeah, exactly. You nailed it. Like, it would be like giving Superman or the Silver Surfer or something like that.
Giving them inferior weaponry.
The Silver Surfer is literally indestructible. Right? The Silver Surfer is made of the power cosmic. Okay? And then you give him a machine gun and like a regular machine, like a from Earth, like an M16 or an AK-47 or something.
He looks at it, he's like, what's this?
Like, he wouldn't even, he wouldn't even know. He's like, is this food? Do you all eat this on this planet?
Like, trying to eat like a fucking... an MP5 or something. Just like crunch.
That's exactly the point I'm making. Yeah, exactly. Because, like, Shadow, in addition to all of Sonic's bullshit, he can control the power within the Chaos Emeralds. Oh, look, it's fucking not
Navarro, right?
Not Varro again, fucking...
I thought it was Navarro.
Well...
You're not Varro.
Yeah.
Got you.
I've totally already told him this joke. Welcome to the party, Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, my brain forgets things too, you know.
But yeah,
not Varro. Now that you told me this, I'm remembering your past episodes where you were saying this. Oh man.
Oh, that's one of the funniest phenomena in the world.
To me.
Is when like a person like has heard or seen a thing a million times, but then it totally. It's
hilarious.
Oh, that reminds me. I had an ex-girlfriend once, right? That you're still fucking laughing at it.
I am.
You're like, not Varro, that's genius, haha.
Man, where did we mark this?
But yeah, not Varro.
Well, he's dead.
Man, there's always this betrayal, man, in the Uncharted games, you know? It's always like, you'd figure Nathan Drake would like, oh, good going, Sully, hell yeah, man, fucking, I mean, you're gonna have to rub some Ben Gay on it later, but you're doing, he's like, good show today.
Okay, I took my Jericho.
Ah, yeah, Latina kisses, man. Mm-hmm. It's very nice. I'm not even sure she's Latina, like, she could be like, Peruvian or something like that. I really don't know.
I don't know if she is Latin of some sort, you know?
I'll tell you what I do know. We're at the end of the episode.
We're at the end of the episode.
Which is why we're just standing here like idiots. We'll see you guys tomorrow, where, coincidentally, we have another episode.
That we do.
Later.
Later.
Woo!